George Russell starts on the pole. Tim Galletta starts second. Oh, and Tim blows right by George on that start. Melissa Stevens goes to the inside. Chris Stevens and Matt both get her. Oh, she ducks in for Russ. Russ Hockey is back and forth trying to get under him. Then all the rookies are in the back, the same order that they finished the rookie race. Oh, good evasive maneuver. Front stretch a little dry, the back stretch is a little wet. Makes for an interesting race. Tim Galletta has taken off. Oh, and Melissa Stevens spins out in the backstretch. Whoa! She pulled a Zombie Phillips. Melissa Stevens has pulled a Zombie Phillips. It's not a Zombie Phillips unless you floor it into the turn for a minute straight until someone tells you to stop. Tim Galletta started second, and he got a hell of a jump on George. Wow, a lot of smoke coming out of Russell Hockey. Matt trying a slingshot. Gary Miller, last week's winner, could not race. He's flagging instead. Not too many veterans out there, so Chris and Matt started unusually towards the front. That's very unusual for them. Galletta, your leader. Matt made some adjustments with the gearing in that car, and it is paying off for Tim. He is flying here in the early going. Tim, George, Chris, Matt. And Matt. Wow, let's look at that one again. Here goes Matt going for a slingshot on his brother Chris. And, oh, at the perfect timing, Russ tapped him. Helped Matt over. Tim Galletta on the restart, your leader. Tim Galletta, George Russell, Chris Stevens, Russell Hockey. caution. Russ in his first race of the year. Matt trying to make his way up through the pack. Making his way up through the pack. AJ following Matt. Melissa having trouble with Shadow. Shadow is staying with the pack, doing a good job. That two big tires on the 7 has increased in top speed, I think. Galletta unchallenged, pulling away from George Russell. Matt trying to get around the rookies. They're doing a great job because if you're holding off Matt, you're doing something. Yeah. And there's the spin. Chris Carroll was doing a great job and then got a little loose in the back turn and spun out. Chris Stevens, letting George Russell know he's there with a little bump going into 3. Jared staying up with Russ. Matt slingshots him. Can't get it to stick. This is the best crop of rookies that I can think of in recent memory. Oh boy, and Gary Jr. and Gary Sr. scolded him. He rode up. Timmy really's only been challenged on the restarts, but once the race gets underway, he is slowly pulling away. Caution for AJ Mason. AJ Mason blew a tire and might have been up the drive. So he is out for the night. George makes an inside move on Tim. Can't get the bite. Tim's got lots of horsepower. In the handicap letters number 7. George is followed by Chris, Russ, and Matt. Shadow Russell and a bunch of rookies doing a great job in the back. He's staying relatively well with the dots. Melissa Stevens. Oh. One of the rookies, Chris Carroll. The throttle cable slipped on the number 9, I believe. False start. Wesley James Stroger Stevens, your starter this week. Last week, seems like he's slowing off as George is pulling away and Tim is pulling away from George. Caution. Lots of rocks out on the track. You see Chris throwing one off. Your leader, Tim Galletta, George Russell in second, Chris Stevens, Russ Hockey, Matt Stevens, Melissa Stevens has now moved up in position. Now Gary Miller Jr., who is several laps down, he's just out there to get points and track time. Hopped out there late. All of the people behind him are all ahead of him. Wow, lots of fireworks coming out of the exhaust of Russell Hockey and the Hockey 00. Gary Miller Jr. is keeping right up with Melissa, not pushing her going in out of the front. As the race goes on, Tim Galletta looks like he might secure his first win. He is not being challenged. George doesn't really have anything for him other than on a restart. Oh, and that was George Russell's spin, I believe. In second place, he spins out. Yes, it was George Russell. Would have many more good finishes if he didn't spin out. Matt got a good jump on that restart, pulled alongside Chris, but couldn't get the pass. And Matt Stevens puts his brother off the track. What the hell is up with that? Here it is again. Matt pulled alongside Chris and oh, he gave him a little wheel there and knocked Chris off the track. Drifted out into Chris. Uh-oh. Was this the dreaded kamikaze bonsai maneuver that Gary Miller lost 5 points for last week in turn one? Oh, look at Chris change direction when he got tapped. I don't know. Matt might have to be docked some points for that.
That's what Gary did. We have a famous guest at our racetrack.
Galletta has to deal with Matt and the Galletta's greenhouse number 3. Matt has to deal with his creation, the 7 being the handicap cart. It's working for Tim as he is holding a good groove and holding off Matt. Melissa Stevens driving hard, keeping up with her husband. Gary Miller Jr. Has moved up. He is not officially in that position, though. He's just out there getting points and having fun in the fun. He likes the 5 way better than his father's number 24. Oh, and just as we were speaking of him, he spins out. He was doing a good job until then. Matt is starting a little too far back there. Looks like he's trying to jump Tim. That's up to that. At the other track we used to race at, they wouldn't allow it. You have to start close. Matt ducks way onto the inside, trying to make a move on Tim. Tim holds the good groove and holds him off. Oh boy, and Russ collides with Jared. Who got the pass there? I don't know. Who was ahead? Now looking underneath his cousin again. That track is really rough. It's a lot harder than it looks to drive on a track that rough. You have to fight that steering wheel. The car is bouncing and jostling everywhere. And there was no groove open that did not have bumps. Usually one line, if you're lucky, didn't have bumps, but they were everywhere. The rain, the constant rain that we have had 2 weekends in a row, and the track not being dragged and all of the clay washing out of the high groove has created a monstrous trap of rocks. We'll be taking care of that. Track will be dragged for the first time this week. Matt is making his cousin Tim earn this win if he is able to hold on, because he is all over him. Matt, Chris, and Shadow testing out the vests. We have new racing vests. Protective rib and shoulder pads. Oh, Tim's trying to push along, help his car go. He needs every inch of speed and space against Matt. When Matt starts pressuring it, turning up the heat. Matt again keeps looking under Tim, making him a little nervous. Oh, I think there was one lap to go, and I think this was a controversial incident here. Melissa Stevens saw Gary Miller put up the flag, meaning 1, and there was a crash with her and Jared. There it is. She saw Gary holding up the flag, meaning 1. She thought it was the caution. She let off or get on the brake, and then she was clobbered from behind by Jared, and it brought out a bit of a controversial caution. It was Gary Miller Sr.'s fault for putting up the yellow flag, meaning 1. That it's supposed to be the white flag. Laps to go to see if Tim Galletta can collect his first ever feature victory at Galletta's Greenhouse Backyard Speedway, also known as John J. Galletta Memorial. If you can hold off Matt, you're doing a good job. White flag for Tim. It takes a wicked stab low, but he did not get enough bite. Tim rounds the corner and collects his first win. That actually give him a run, but the checkered flag for Tim Galletta. And actually saved the final slingshot. Tim definitely had to earn that one. That one was not easy with Matt all over him. And congratulations to Tim Galletta. His mother-in-law passed away last Friday. His brother-in-laws are here to celebrate with him and race. They had a good time. Tim saved a good show for his brother-in-laws. That's a 2x4 with a checker attached to it, the biggest checker around. The 2008 Speedway Parkway Classic. Wow.